Hey kids, I know you're all very happy that I'm back, because God knows listening to these two is terrible. I tried watching this last week's show, and I fell asleep about halfway.
See how he is?
Do you hear something?
You know, I mean, it was really bad. I was just like, man, where's the humor? Where's like the feeling of connection and the excitement? And
you know, guys, we're already rolling. We should probably start saying something, right?
It is about comics should smell good, not Casey should smell good.
Because I didn't shower again today. So
Okay.
Oh my God! You gotta stop telling us these things.
Please pick a comic.
All right.
Again.
Do I need to start? How about what do you guys start?
I'm pretty sure you just set yourself up to start. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. I'm gonna start with Dead Man #2 by Neal Adams, who is Neal Adams is. This just really tripped me out. So you look at this cover and you think, man, DC didn't like sign off on a gimmick that Neal Adams had an idea for. And then you open it inside.
Are you going to show them the thing?
There's this strange lion thing.
Oh.
How do these things connect? I don't know. But you
have
got
to
to be
come
on
in
the
and buy
Neal
it.
Adams level to be able to know how those things connect. It's actually really quite cool. But this is the continuation of Neal Adams' one-man
Crusade for
Yeah.
amazing comics.
Yeah, right? This has got not only Dead Man, but Phantom Stranger in it, who's really cool. It's another kind of Neal Adams fun guy that he likes to do. But this comic is complete with big heads pointing at you.
Yes.
Lots of yelling,
Yes.
which is very necessary. More big heads that point at other other angles, because there's a lot of pointing. And then there's some angst. And yeah. It's your glorious Neal Adams comic. But yeah, this one is really pretty cool.
Yeah. To add to the pantheon, the canon of Neal Adams
That's
DC,
right. That's
where
right.
only stories that he's done are canon.
That's right.
It's great.
Yep.
My first pick is Iceman. I will say that probably of all the new X-Men Resurrection now going into Marvel Legacy books, Iceman probably is the most fun. Cinegrace is just having a blast. He's mixing super heroics, older Bobby coming out and dealing with that. So if it's enough to deal with his parents who won't accept him being gay.
They didn't want to accept him being a mutant. They were
Exactly.
His parents
Yeah.
are not nice people.
His parents
No,
are
we
not the
talked
nicest
about
people.
this, yeah.
Plus, he's
Yes.
dealing with Wolverine's kind of weird, crazy son who's got this weird kind of evil fixation on him, and a classic. If there's Fire and Ice. I was going to sing the song. I screwed it up. But anyway, Pyro's in it. And it's kind of cool that, Fire and Ice are fighting each other. But then the whole thing is pitting young Iceman versus older Iceman with his parents caught in the middle. It's not the typical fight battle that you normally think of. But his family might be finally coming around to something. So it's just a lot of fun. There's comedy, there's angst, there's romance. And of course, Bobby's finally been on his first date. He's trying to actually find a relationship too. So it's a lot of fun, a lot of comedy, and something everyone can relate to. So
Didn't Pyro die 20 years ago?
he's been
From,
dead
cancer?
and resurrected.
Isn't that the only thing you don't get resurrected from in Marvel?
Well, there was the whole Necrotia thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Man, I think he came back in Necrotia.
God.
Well,
Yeah,
anyways.
we're not going to
Okay.
Moving on.
Moving on.
X-Men continuity
Yeah.
is the last thing we need to dwell on. There's
Yeah.
podcasts for that.
There are.
Exactly.
We've got a new beginning here for the Justice League, fresh off of their movie. They want a new arc that you can really jump into, or in various other buzzwords. So they brought on the man who's possibly doing the most grounded superhero book in the DC universe, Christopher Priest of Deathstroke, to helm Justice League number 34, along with Pete Woods on art chores here. This story basically examines the kind of oversaturation of Batman in the DC universe, because right now he's doing 2 Justice League books. He's got a whole squad of Bat people that he leads in Detective Comics, at least 2 of his own series.
And limited series and Ultiverses and
Yeah, eventually that kind of wears down on you. So you got Batman who's just kind of hanging out looking super bummy wearing a tracksuit with Alfred. Alfred's man, you could really just calm down here a bit. And he's yeah, no, I'm going to let these guys handle it. And then he walks into his closet teleporter to the Justice League and he's all right, Cyborg, I'm in charge. It's okay, cool. Batman doesn't listen to anyone. That's great. But this has really fantastic art, kind of looking like Carlos de Anda here with a real animation style, you literally took a screen cap out of the DC movies.
Yeah,
It's really the sweet DVD Justice League movies they do. I'm really hoping this is going to be a new beginning for what has been a somewhat lackluster Justice League ongoing.
It has been. Is Green Lantern in that one?
Yeah, 2 of them.
See, there you go.
We got Simon and Jessica in there.
Oh, cool. My next pick is a double shot of the most awesome fighting game ever to exist. That's right, Street Fighter. We have Street Fighter Reloaded, number 2, and the Street Fighter Shadaloo Special. Street Fighter Reloaded is really cool. They're $1 issues that reprint Udon's early 2000s Street Fighter stuff that had some great backups by amazing artists. The first one had a Joe Mad backup that was Sagat versus Ryu, which is just amazing. And Adam Warren does a really great backup in this one that's got Cammy, or not Cammy, Chun-Li in it, which is really very cool.
There's a bit of Cammy in there, too.
And there's a bit of Cammy. You got this great J. Scott Campbell cover. And then the Shadaloo Special were all the exclusive stories that they stuck in those big fancy hardcovers that look nice but are like $60. And so they decided to collect all these together as well. Ken Suchong is doing the art or writing chores on all of this, with art by Team Udon, or the Udon Clan, which he seems to multiply every 6 months or whatever. But you got Alvin Lee, Arnold Sang, Hanzo Steinbach. But these are a lot of fun, and they really do capture the Street Fighter feel, and these are responsible for a lot of the kind of pieces between the games, and also you get some awesome Bison in this one. He's just all big and Bison-y.
My next pick is for mature readers, so kids, look away. You can't come get this, but your parents can. And it is Barbarella. Who's Barbarella, you may ask, if you're of a certain age, if you're certain of youth. Howard and I, of course, know who she is. I'm sure Perry does too, but Barbarella started out as a... it's okay, good, so you know good stuff.
I can stream movies, too.
Exactly. It was a French comic book, and then it inspired a 1960s really weird, crazy movie. And in it, my all-time favorite band, Duran Duran, got their name from the villain of it, which was Durand. He was the evil scientist. But anyway, so Barbarella is a kind of a secret agent in the 41st century, and she works for Earth, and she goes on all these cool missions. And what I love about this is it's just fun, it's campy, it's sexy. She gets in some really strange, weird situations. And what I love about this is Mike Carey, probably one of my favorite X-Men writers. I mean, he also did a lot of other awesome stuff for Vertigo, but he was one of the longest running X-Men writers forever.
That's crazy to think.
He did a great road.
He's a long X-Men writer. I would not peg him that.
I think he's written more consistent issues with all the X-Men Legacy. And
I was going to say, he was doing Legacy
forever.
Yeah.
And he did such a great road. But anyway, so he's doing Barbarella. I love him. And an artist named Keenan Yar. And then... in the tradition of Sting and Madonna, the colorist is Mohan, and the letter is Crank! Exclamation point. So you're cool if you have a first name and you're known by that. But Barbarella falls into this weird war zone of this alien planet. There's going to be jailbreaks, and then when she finds out what the elitist alien overlords are doing to the population, there's going to be a big revolution. So lots of crazy kind of adult sci-fi fun, and once again, it's Mike Carey, and I just love this character in all her forms. She's just a weird kind of crazy character. It's still weird for me to believe that Jane Fonda played her, and I remember the weird angel dude. And
that was a weird situation.
It was all kinds of weird. And the craziest thing, I don't want to be eaten by anything. It's my greatest fear in life.
Most people don't,
Most people don't, by like sharks and stuff. But they had in the movie, they had these little dolls with these teeth. And if I came on right now, it would still freak me out. But anyway. So why don't you take it from here before I go on? Because I think I've done enough for Barbarella. You should come check her out.
Got a really cool special here, which is apparently becoming sort of an annual thing from Grant Morrison and Dan Mora. This is Klaus and the Crisis in Xmasville, which I have also become fond of calling the town that was Santa. Klaus, the kind of superheroic version of Santa Claus, which apparently there are a lot of different versions of Santa Claus in this comic. Just flipping through this.
There's a whole legacy. Santa Claus.
It's real weird. I didn't read the main series. I just kind of drooled over the art a bit. I know I'm a bad comics reader in that. But this looks fantastic. You've got Klaus showing up in this town where, like I said, everyone is Santa. Everyone just looks like a horrible mall Santa that didn't even try. And there's some weird, like, werewolf evil Santa who's masterminding all of it. But then there's also this, like, old man Santa and, like, his daughter. And I don't know what's going on here, but it's awesome. And Dan Mora did all his own colors in this issue. It looks freaking beautiful.
Yeah.
Some real nice, like, watercolor colors going on here. And yeah, there's a Santa werewolf. Did I mention that? Because it's pretty sweet.
He could fight Cap Werewolf.
Oh my god, please.
I want Return of Cap Wolf.
We already had Return of Cap Wolf like a year ago.
I worry about the reindeer. I worry about him attacking and eating his own reindeer. That's what I worry about.
That would probably goes through a lot of reindeer.
Maybe some elves too.
Maybe.
There's been like 8 Rudolphs at this point.
Yeah, right. Just this season.
Just sticks the nose on it.
Yeah.
Let me set him up right now. The cover alone is enough. Continue.
This is, and obviously, was quite obviously going to be the finest book out of the Marvel relaunch. Captain America, Mark Waid, Chris Samnee can think of no better team to tackle what has become an unpopular character, I guess. I mean, the Hydra Cap thing
For
really,
all of like a year.
you know, didn't go over. Well, no, people still come in and they're like, oh, I don't like the Hydra Cap thing. And, you know, it's like, oh, Cap's a Nazi,
Marks.
you know.
They're all marks.
And you're like, my God.
It's over.
It's cool because in universe, Steve has to atone for these things that he didn't actually really do, I guess, technically. It's really an interesting point as to where he is. And so he's decided to kind of not quit being a superhero, but do the whole like hard traveling heroes thing where he gets
Right.
on his motorcycle and just goes across the
Or
country.
the more unpopular Superman grounded thing.
Or the Superman grounded thing, exactly. Of course, true to Steve morals, he refuses to take any money, so he's going to get a job. And he gets a job in like a diner in this town, which looks really cool. The Swordmaster appears in this, and Chris Samnee is just killing it with the art. He does this great like mix between this kind of Archie style stuff in the diner. It looks like Pops almost, to your more polished superhero stuff. But I just can't tell you how brilliant this comic is. That last issue that was just a one-shot, each story is standalone. The last one was just such a great introduction into what it means about Captain America in the current universe, and even in our world as well. Because I feel like Captain America has always been a very pivotal character, and is somebody who has changed so much with things that we go through in America. It's really interesting to see somebody who still stands for the ideals of what America is, to a fault, you know, so.
Heroes must fall so we can watch them rise again.
It's true. It's true. Or they just, you know, make evil doppelgangers of them and
There you go.
replace.
Doppelgangers.
Speaking of evil stuff, and this is the latest chapter of Superman, and Superman's just incredible right now. It's Pete Tomasi, Pat Gleason, Doug Monkey is the artist.
It's not Doug Mankey like the Pokemon?
Mankey.
It could be Mankey.
This is the continuation of Imperious Lex. This continues the whole thing with Superman and his family have been pulled into this kind of a civil war on Apocalypse. So it's awesome. It's Lois Lane is fighting with the female Furies. You need to come and read it to find out why. You've got everyone thinking Superman's a messiah, but then they thought Lex Luthor was a messiah. I don't even want to tell you how cool it is what Superboy does with all some of the cool stuff. So basically, if you loved, or maybe you didn't like, or you wanted to know more about what after Justice League, the whole Kirby thing, this is it. This is basically full on Jack Kirby's Fourth World, New Gods, all the cool stuff. Granny Goodness, Calabac. There is no Steppenwolf, but there's plenty of all kinds
That's cool.
of cool stuff.
Steppenwolf was a jobber anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah, dude, he was a
Freaking
total
jabroni.
jobber.
So you just need to just come in and dive. This is a great arc, an amazing arc, and it just
And look at that cover.
it's just
Look
all
how
about
badass
what
he
you
looks.
love about the Superman family.
Yeah.
And of course, DC has started these new kind of emblems.
Which are very nice.
Yeah,
I
very
like the
nice.
trade dress.
Very cool.
Very,
Very
very
new.
cool.
Right in mid arc. They're not doing everything. Let's all launch everything with a number one. But
No.
amazing, great Kirby goodness in this current issue of Superman and arc. You gotta come and get it. Up and away.
And on the Marvel side of things, we've got the beginning of a new epic Spider-Man crossover, dude.
Ooh.
This
Different
is-
from the one that started last month?
Was there one of those too?
I think it was a month before. My bad.
Oh man,
They've been running these
that's a
so
lot.
much.
But Anyways, this is Venom Inc. Alpha, which sees the sort of cast aside host of Venom from the beginning of the most recent volume, who had like some like weird like Sasuke from Naruto hair going on. He basically, as soon as Eddie came back, the symbiote was like, "Oh hey, what up? Drop you." Okay.
My true love is back.
Yeah, but this features him sort of desperately trying to get back some sort of symbiote, because, you know, there are like 8 of those things bouncing around at this point. So he attacks Flash Thompson's old sidekick Mania, steals her symbiote, and that's what kicks this whole event into gear. At which point Flash recruits Peter Parker to help him out. They end up like crossing paths with Eddie, and then some crazy stuff happens towards the end of the issue that really sets up the players in this story. I'm really hoping Scarlet Spider shows up at some point too, because Kane's always good.
Dude, Stegman would draw really good.
Yeah, and Ryan Stegman drew this whole issue, which is incredible.
And my last pick is a book that came out last week, but I gotta talk about it this week. Zegas. Fife is back with the first book that he did before Copra. This is produced by Fantagraphics. This is all 3 issues, 0, 1, and 2, of what is basically Fife's Love and Rockets, but with more acid. This follows Boston and Emily Zegas, who are brother and sister, who get into very, very bizarre, weird things while doing very mundane kind of chores. It's just absolutely everything that I love about Fife, all his different styles, colors, mixing of textures and stuff like that. So if you're digging the Copra, but you want something a little more, not so super revenge, definitely down with Zegas.
My next pick is the latest chapter of Astonishing XMen. This is the finale of the first act, if you will, of Charles Soleil's kind of big epic that he's doing with Professor X versus the Shadow King. It's all this trippy, crazy mind stuff on the astral plane. And while that's happening inside, and all the different X-Men, different players, there's all this drama happening on the outside, where they're trying to protect them, doing the little crazy chess game, going wild. And it really sets up what the next arc is. It's kind of the next evolution of the resurrection of Xavier, and I'm just kind of tripping about what's going to happen next. It's definitely an interesting cliffhanger. Michael Del Mundo joins Charles Soleil for this latest chapter. Each one's had a different artist, and he's the latest, and he's perfect for all this crazy astral plane.
With all the Shadow King stuff going
on.
on.
Shadow King stuff. It's amazing.
Cool.
Right, and my last book is, funny enough, since you mentioned Love and Rockets, boom, Love and Rockets. You know what you're getting with this one, and if you don't get it, it's that easy. Yeah. Got Jaime doing both Locust story and his cool superhero stuff that he's been doing in this series, and we got Beto doing both Palomar and Fritz stories in America, and it's Love and Rockets, man.
Yeah. Alright kids, thank you for watching. We're having a big sale, as it were, right now. Even more stuff is on sale since the last time we had announced that we were having a sale. It is perfect time to come in for Christmas shopping. Support the Zanadu while you can. Come in here and, get that new comic smell while we're here. And we hope to see you on Wednesday here today for your new comics.